Hi, this is Desiree, and I'm here to guide you heart, mind, and soul so that you can heal your broken heart and create a beautiful new life that you will love. Today, we're going to be talking about an Instagram quote that I posted a couple of days ago that got me quite a few DMs in my inbox. But before we do that, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and press the bell if you want to be notified every time I go live. So, the quote I shared on Instagram a couple of days ago was a quote that said, "A happy and meaningful life is created with awareness, one aligned choice at a time." If you don't follow me on Instagram yet, I would love for you to join me there. It is my favorite platform, and it's where I share the most tips and tools about things like this, and also just share my life and what I'm up to on a day-to-day basis. So pop over there and join me. I would love to see you over there. Okay, so let's break this quote down. In my mind, there are three parts to this quote. The first part of the quote, "A happy and meaningful life is built with awareness." Okay, so what does that mean? What is awareness? Awareness is the knowing of who you are, the goals, the dreams, the desires that you have for your life, and an understanding of how you can get there and achieve them. And this is a very important piece. And of course, in a heartbreak situation, this can be a very challenging piece because there is this feeling that your entire identity is breaking down and a new identity needs to kind of emerge from the ashes. And it's challenging to trust yourself at this time as well, because a lot of times in a heartbreak situation we think it's the men, we don't trust men, we don't trust life. But when you really get down to the bottom of it, it's a lack of trust in ourselves, because we associate the thing that went wrong with, well, I chose that person and that thing went really badly and that's now destroyed my life or ruined my life or wrecked my life. And so now I don't actually trust myself. I don't trust myself to make the right choices. Okay, so that's a whole nother video in itself, but I'm going to just tell you here quickly, if this is something you're dealing with, the lack of self-trust, the best way that you can develop trust in yourself is to actually note down what are the qualities that make other people trustworthy to you, or a partner trustworthy to you. And then go clean that up in your own life, because so often we see these things in other people's lives. We see what other people are doing. They're gossiping, we can't trust them when we tell them a piece of information. Next thing, it comes back to us through someone you didn't want them to tell the thing to. And so we've got to clean all that stuff up in our own lives as well. And developing that habit of following all the things that you think are trustworthy, that help you to trust another person, is a great way for you to regain that trust in yourself. Start with the very small decisions, baby steps, and also don't run your decisions by other people. Just decide you're going to live or die by these decisions, and start with baby ones and just get more and more confidence as you go along. Okay, so that's important in a heartbreak situation, because a lot of times you're so much in this process of who am I, where am I headed, what's it going to take me to get there? And those are very important pieces of the healing process. So that's just something really important to remember. Now, why do we need awareness to create a happy and meaningful life? We need awareness because without awareness there as a reference point, the day-to-day decisions that we make, we're not going to attach them to anything, and we're just going to be making these decisions on autopilot with no awareness, and then getting really upset and confused about why life is the way it is and why we can't get it to go the way we want it to go. Because a lot of times people think that it's really these big crossroads in our life. They are the defining moments and points that have the most impact on our lives, when in reality, it's not. It's the small day-to-day choices that we're making that are such a powerful and important piece of where our tomorrows actually go and what they tend to look like. So this is an important distinction to make. So when we're using awareness as our guiding light, we have something to measure the choices and decisions up against, the ones that we're making every single day. So awareness is really important because it's helping us decide, this decision I make, is it going to take me towards the thing or away from the thing? That's the awareness piece. So the second piece of the puzzle is the next part of the quote. So a happy and meaningful life is created with awareness, one aligned choice at a time. Now, this is where people ask me, what is an aligned choice? I worry that I'm going to make the wrong choice. I want to make the right choice. I don't want to make the wrong choice. I want the thing to go the way I need it to go. I want to create this thing and I'm scared to make a wrong choice. So again, let me break this down for you, because when we're at a crossroads or any decision that we're making in our life, I want you to understand what it feels like when you're making an aligned choice and what it feels like when you're making a non-aligned choice. So knowing who you are, what the destination is, your goals, dreams, desires, what it takes for you to get there. When you reach a crossroad or a decision point, this is what the aligned choice looks and feels like. This excites me. This really lights me up. I'm having like a full body yes experience here. I want that. I want that. I want to become that. I want my life to look like that. That's an aligned decision. Okay, you're going to have to go the distance with an aligned decision because your life doesn't look like that right now. But it's aligned with what is lighting you up and giving you a full body, heart, mind, soul. Yes, it just feels good. If you take the fear and the emotion out of it, it feels good. Well, I'm saying take the emotion out of it, it feels good. But when you take the fear out of it, it feels good. It's a yes, I want that. Here's what a non-aligned choice looks like. Okay, I know where I am. I know where I'm going. I know what it takes to get there. This doesn't really align with that, but you know what? It feels good in the moment. It's like an instant gratification. This feels good in the moment. And you know what? I'm just tired and, I need a bit of self-care and I need a bit of this, that, and that. So I'm going to make this choice, even though it's probably not going to get me to the goal. Okay, that's a non-aligned choice. The other way a non-aligned choice can look is fear. I'm having this full body yes experience, but now my mind comes in and no. Based on past evidence, my family aren't really good at this. I don't think I've got the skills and the talents to do this. That's fear. So we're bringing fear in. So the decision feels aligned, but because of fear, we stop ourselves short. So you've really got to get that distinction and learn to walk that path and learn to trust. This is so intimately tied in with your self-trust. So it's very important to cultivate all those aspects. And then the third piece is what I was touching on before. The third piece of this quote, if you read the text under the quote, it goes into this a little bit more, is how we tend to think it is only the big crossroads decisions that are impacting our lives, and we do not realize that it's the myriad of small daily choices we're making that compound and actually have the biggest impact on our life. This is the stuff we say yes to on a daily basis when we should say no. This is the stuff we say no to on a daily basis when we know actually we should say yes. This is all other people's agendas and expectations and things that we're trying to fulfill. This is when we wake up in the morning and we're not putting into perspective what we need to do for ourselves that day to go in the direction of our dreams or the things we want to achieve. Instead, we're thinking of who we promised the thing to, what we have to do, all the appointments, run around, this, that, and the next thing. And there's no white space for us. So, one thing to remember that's really key is if you don't like how your today looks, this really is a compounded result of all the myriad of decisions that were made up to today. And so if you want your tomorrow to look differently, all that's really going to involve is you bringing your awareness to the decisions you're making on a daily basis and asking yourself, does this align with where I'm saying I want to go? Does this align with the life I say I want to live? Does this align with who it is I'm working to become? And if you get those daily little choices right, really a lot of the big crossroads, just these things just all fall into place. So I hope that's helped to bring some clarity into your own life. I would love to hear, what comes to mind as you're watching this video. How does this impact your own life? Are there any ahas? Are there any takeaways? Is there anything you've suddenly realized, hang on a second, I need to do this differently? I would love for you to share it in the quotes. You never know who's reading, and I strongly believe in communities that it's the questions and comments and the engagement that are so much a part of helping other people. So until next time, beautiful, take care of yourself. Remember that the world really needs that radiant, beautiful light that only you can shine, and step into all that you are as a woman. And I will see you soon. Until next time.